everyone, what's up? It's Soumya. So today I thought that I'm gonna try and upcycle a dress. It's tiny love, we're just gonna ignore that. So this is what I got instead, and I don't know, it's just like the quality, the stitching, everything is just, it's not really that good. Alright, so this is the dress on. Yeah, so I don't know. Honestly, it doesn't look too bad. I'm not sold on the waistline, and I really am not feeling this fabric. Like, I don't know, it's like multicolored and weird. So yeah, I don't know, I just feel like something about the fitting doesn't really look that nice. But the back is super pretty. It's really nice. So yeah, but yeah, so it's just not cute, and I thought instead of wasting that money that we used to buy this, why don't we upcycle it? So I bought some fabric, and honestly matching grays is actually really hard, but yeah, I got this fabric that's sequencing, kind of what I envisioned. But yeah, so as you can see, it kind of goes really well with the skirt. So I'm gonna try and use this as a skirt, and I'm gonna make my top out of this guy. So yeah, let's see what I come up with. Alright, so over on Instagram, I asked you guys to choose from these 3 designs. One's like this off-shoulder thing, one's like a v-neck, which is pretty similar to what we already have, and one's kind of like a corset thing. Now, because this is the fabric that we're working with, and this is going to be our bottom, none of these styles really work, so I drew something new and I came up with this kind of a design. So what this is we're going to have a corset with a string and kind of like this drapery, and then obviously the skirt, and these are kind of the patterns that we're going to need. As weird as it sounds, I'm actually going to use a bra to kind of create a pattern for the top part. So what we're going to try and create first is this guy over here, which is this thing right there. So that's the thing that we're going to try and create using this. Okay, so now this is what I got after I traced it on my bra. So now another reason why we are using our own clothing is because this is a pattern that fits. But now what I want to do is I kind of want to curve this up a bit more so that it doesn't give me so much of cleavage, and I'm going to cut this guy like this. So now this is what it's like done. So I kind of drew that halfway. That's just there for a dot to make it curve. And then that is the extra line that I added. So this is one of our pattern pieces done. But now what we need to do is add seam allowance over here, over there, and obviously all around that. Okay, so here we have it. This is our first top piece done. We have the bottom, and as you can see, I've added seam allowance. And then we have the top that we cut out, and I added seam allowance. Now, because once we have all of our patterns, it can get a bit confusing. I did write this is the corset bottom, and this is the corset top, and that this is for the left side. So when we're doing the right side, we're just gonna kind of flip this over to be able to get our right side. Now, if you're wondering what this tape thing is, that's because remember how our design was essentially something like this before. So I cut it up and then I added the seam to that. So that's just added paper. So now once we're done with this, we are now going to go on to this middle section that we have. So again, gonna get this, and we are going to trace out this middle bit. Alright, so now I have the middle piece done. So what I did was I got the bra, and basically I spread it out and went up until the seam line. So I chucked it on, I saw how wide it went, and I measured it out that way. Then from the top to the bottom, I measured out how long I wanted. I wanted it to be 13 centimeters, so I kept that as my height. So then just cut that off, added seam allowance everywhere. So now if you see, here is our bottom. It would sit something like this, just roughly. And then this guy would come along and sit like this. So as you can see, we have our top kind of looking like this, which is starting to look like a corset. Now, of course, we need to do this bit and then we are done. In order to do the side bit, where is my pencil? All right, here we go. So now, in order to do the side bit, I've just kind of placed it so I have an idea. So we've done it up to here, which is our middle section. Now what we're gonna do is, starting from here all the way, we're gonna trace this. And then I measured and I want it to be 7 centimeters this way. So I'm gonna go 7 centimeters that way and then again bring it all the way down, which is our 13 centimeter. So here is the side piece done. So as you can see, it kind of goes, oh, whoops, holding it the wrong way. It fills out that part and then that kind of continues on to go to our back. So now I'm just going to kind of like pin this on a mannequin so that you can get a better idea. I just draped it on the mannequin, and yes, sneaky little promo, this is a Stay Raw jewelry. So anyways, also Stay Raw hanger, but we're going to pretend like this is the gown. So as you can see, this is our middle part. This is kind of how the whole corset thing is going to go, and of course from here this bit is going to be our other one. So as you see, covers up the whole boob pretty well. If it was a normal bra, it would have kind of been somewhere there. So we have that, and then in the center, just like I wanted, we have the seam, and then here goes our side. So as you can see, our corset is coming along. As you can see, I have my sequin fabric laid out. And if you're wondering why these are not the right way up, is because remember how we wrote left on them? So I'm trying to get the right side first, which is why they're flipped over. Then we have the middle piece, and once we have them cut out, I'm going to flip this over, probably use this piece. I want to try and use as much as possible. And then yeah, and then I'll show you guys all the pieces. I have my left side cut out. I am just gonna cut, sorry, my right side, I'm just gonna cut out my left side, and then I'm gonna try draping it once again onto the mannequin to make sure that everything that we're doing is correct. Look at the mess that it made. Oh my god, there's sequins everywhere. Make sure that your dad doesn't vacuum the day before. Oh my god, so I just kind of pinned everything up. But look at how good it looks. Oh my god. This is totally matching this fabric perfectly. And yeah, this is the front. I kind of don't really know what to... Oh yeah, sorry. This is the side. Oops, this is getting pretty dark. And the back, which is going saucy and sexy. No, I'm kidding. But I don't know. I'm thinking I might get the strings I originally had and do a zigzag motion. As you can see, I just finished sewing all of my pieces together, so it's looking really good. It looks exactly the way we want it to look. So now what I'm going to try and do, as you can see, these are all the seams. We're going to cut that later in the end, but I'm just going to drape this one last time, and I'm going to try and figure out what I want to do for the back. So this is what I'm planning on doing for the back. So basically, I'm going to kind of create 2 loops and create a zigzag thing, pretty similar to what already was, but just with a little bit more fabric. So in order to do that, what we're going to need to do is, remember our side piece? So we're going to get our side piece, and we're going to measure this exactly, and almost actually flip it, because I'm thinking we might just do 7 centimeters as well. So have this 7 centimeters, and then just kind of have it cut straight, and I'll show you guys once that's done. Right, so I have my back piece done. Just like ignore all the shadows, but yeah, I have my back piece done. So as you can see, what I did is I basically just traced this whole section out so that it matches, and then I almost continued the shoulders, I guess you can say, and this is our back. So I also kept that 7 centimeters, and I kept this 18, same as this, and then just drew a straight line, and added 1 centimeter seam allowance all around. Okay, so this is what it all looks like with the back pieces on as well. So now what we're gonna do is, remember this dress? Well, we're replacing it with something so much prettier and classy. Anyway, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using its strings just so that it looks like this is a part of the dress rather than just a random top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these off, and then these will be completely free. And I'm going to add it at the top, about here, this bit, which is where our kind of corset thing ends. That's where I'm adding it. And then do you see these loops that they have given us? 1, 2. I'm going to cut these loops and I'm going to add them on our back pieces. And everyone say hi to GM. Hi GM. Hey baby. He hates me, but it's all good. Okay, so as you can see, I've gone ahead and hemmed everything and also gave all the insides a nice trim. So now I've cut away the strings, and what we're gonna do is, I don't know if you can see, but I've got a pin there and I've chugged a pin there. So that's where these straps are going to go. And the other ones are going to be left loose. So what's going to happen is that I also cut down these hoop thingers. So I'm going to chuck them at the bottom and chuck these two at the bottom. 50 billion years later, we finally have it done. GM, say hi. Why are you standing on my DIY? Anyways, so I added the loops to the side. And I also added the string that Jim decided to sit on and do his thing. Jim! The animals were heard in the making. Jim! Jim! Baby! Alright, so let's try this on. Yeah, Jim! This is the final product. It looks so good. So yeah, this is what it's done. So as you can see, we have our straps. And then this is our bag. Ignore my bra. But yeah, back's the same, and voila! Okay, so now I'm about to add the side sleeve bit. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna gather it up, just like you see there. And I'm gonna attach one to this side, and then the other end of it to that side. And now I'll do this according to your shoulder measurement, and I'm just gonna use a thread and just kind of hand sew it. Alright guys, so this is how it turned out. I really like it. Like, it has definitely been a transformation, definitely upcycled, which is what we wanted. I love the way the off the shoulder thing looks. I think it added more to the dress, and I cut it up a bit. And I sewed up the side sleeves. Yep, the side sleeves, what am I saying? The slits. Just so that's not so high up. So as you can see, it was originally there, which was a bit too high for me. So I put it down there. And then this is what the back looks like. Now, overall, I really like it. The only problem I would say is the actual dress. So other than cutting it and sewing up the sides, I didn't actually alter the dress at all, but as you can see, it has this weird shadow, which just kind of doesn't really look that nice. I'm most likely going to have to wear a slip underneath, but yeah, this is it. Alright, so that's it. This is how I upcycled my dress. I think it turned out really well. For the sake of upcycling, it definitely looks different, which is good, which is what we were hoping for. And I made something new. I've never made a corset type of a dress before, so I was learning as you guys were learning. But let me know in the comment section below if there's anything else that you would like to see, what kind of videos you would like to see, any feedback that you have. I would love to listen to you guys. And that's it for today's video. Hope to see you guys next time. Bye!